Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P Funk, out here in my lab in the wee hours of the morning. Well, I do what I do for you. Ooh, I got something for you today. Let's get this thing started. Let's go. Writers in 25 hours live by storytelling. Story with a message. I got a message and story for you today. Hope you like it. Let's go. Right thinkers' mission, and I'm on it, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right think is a way of life, and it is a way of life. And once you practice, you'll understand. Through mental and spiritual discipline daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of obtaining spiritual enlightenment, aka Nihas or Know Thyself. That's my mission. I'm on it. Your job is to get it and be on yours by doing your best for yourself and also knowing thyself. The question, know thyself. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. Excuse me. A person who knows not, and knows that they know not is simple. You teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. I appreciate you too. Keep tuning in. I got you. A person who knows not and believe that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows but knows not that they know is asleep. Most people are this time of the morning, but it's okay. I'm here to wake you up. I'm the spiritual alarm clock. I have knowledge of self that will wake you up. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers know thyself. And to my act be true. You know, I'm big on what's going on in the world, so I try to keep it contemporary. But I'm a teacher and conceptualizer. So my concept today is right thinkers. Let's talk about how lack of knowledge is the enemy of right thinking philosophy. I have one enemy, that's ignorance. Got a problem with him. And he's hidden behind ego. See, ego perpetrates as a whole bunch of stuff. So if you're ignorant, that's your ego said, I don't need to know nothing. I know everything already. So that's why he's the enemy of obtaining knowledge and what? Knowing thyself. He's the enemy of knowing thyself. Ignorance. Let's go. Let's talk about it. All right. Right thinking philosophy is knowledge that's based on our spiritual truths from our ancient ancestors. I don't teach history. I teach our story. Okay? That's knowledge, nature, and of self. About us. We are the originators. You hear me tell you, I don't do religion. I need to know God for myself. I don't want to believe in him. I don't want you telling me about him. I have my own experience and I can explain it to you so you can recognize your own and know who he is. Question asks me, well, how you know the spirit is God? Simple. You got right, you got wrong. When you know different between the two, it's your call, your decision. That's how I know. It's called discernment. We call them Anubis. Another lesson, but let me get to this one. I'm about to have some fun because teaching, educating, and enlightening is what I do for you. Let's go. Now, right thinking philosophy is, like I said, knowledge based on our ancient ancestors, not some dogma made up to oppress you, fake you out, and hoodwink you into believing something, and you wonder why you ain't going nowhere. If you believe in the wrong God, it's going to be obvious why. You ain't doing nothing. God blesses you. You serve the right God, your life will change. Living proof. I know ones who've been serving God all their life and they still doing what they do for him. I'm on that bandwagon now. So I switch. That team? Team hustle? No. Alright. Team know thyself? That's the team I'm running now. Okay, you wanna join my team? Come on, I got plenty of room. Why? I'm only gonna take certain people. Y'all know who you are. Alright, here you go. Now, I had mastered the Greek mythology early in life when I went to college at 17 years old. So for 10 years, I studied Greek mythology. I mastered Greek mythology. You couldn't tell me nothing. That's why thinking is still my calling card. Why? Because I was a thinker from the Greek mythology. Plato, Socrates, Euclid, all these guys who think wise men. I had no idea where they got their knowledge from. I just didn't question. Again, ignorant to something else. So I took their knowledge, prospered by it. I never said it was wrong. I just said I'm pissed about them not telling me where they got it from, but I can't fault them. Why I never asked. So another lesson. But my point is, I mastered their level of knowledge philosophically. I can hold a conversation and I can have a good argument. Why? I know how to state my case. I can be a lawyer. I know that with what? Knowledge, you're a right thinker. That's how you obtain knowledge, aka power. I wasn't the biggest and baddest when I was in the game as a drug dealer. I was one of the smartest when it came to drug dealing amongst my drug dealers. I didn't outsmart the law, but yeah. But it seemed peculiar to me that for 5 years, I did what I did. 797 South 18th Street, so the house ain't there no more, so ain't gotta worry about that. But everybody knew what was going on in that house, but the police. Really? No, I'm just saying, that's just something, I just thought about that a little while ago, but yeah, they let me, trust me. Yeah, ego tripping. All right, let's get back to the lesson, but again, ignorance. Smart in one area, but dumb as a bag of rocks in the other. So, no balance. All drug dealer, all hustling, all thinking you know everything, all thinking, yeah, me, ego. See? No balance. I became knowledgeable, know myself. I balanced myself out. Now I can go straight and narrow. With knowledge of this and knowledge of that, I'm good to go. So I'm giving it to all those who want that. That's why I do what I do for you, to give it to you. All right, get back to the lesson. All right, now watch this. Now, I changed my life around. Why? I became a master mason. I came in dumb as a bag of rocks, but knowing I wanted to be one. But guess what? When I got that first book, I never looked back. And through my studies, I became the Dean of Instruction, Worship Master of the Lodge, the thinking man of the Lodge, the instructor who brought the Lodge from here and rose it up to respectability. Every time the Grand Lodge wanted to do some lessons, they came to me. I taught my guys, everybody. I had a policy, open door. Anything about these 3 degrees of masonry, I mastered them. Anything you want to know about them, come on. Ain't lost a concept yet. Why? I knew what I was doing. I was a master mason, true master from the 1st, 2nd, 3rd degree on up to the top of the scale. When I come in, I want everything you offering. I come to get it. If you offering it, I want it. If they got it, I want it. Well, you're not going to, I don't hear that nonsense. Don't discourage me about what I want to do. So my point is, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to be good at it. Trust me. Even when it was bad. So masonry was good. 27 years I was a mason. 15 years dean of instruction. 5 years master of my life. So I was a teacher. I was a grower of teacher of men. Respectable and understanding. That's what it's all about. So with knowledge, you can do those things. Now I'm in a whole nother arena. Watch this. Now, I went to the northeast corner. This had changed my life right here. Egypt. And again, my studies gave me more knowledge. 35 years later, now I'm a master of my own philosophical concepts I call right thinking. After putting in all my work, and doing all my study, and being an A student, now I can be a teacher. I was told that's what I'm doing that. And guess what? I found this is my calling. Been comfortable ever since. All right, here you go. Wow. Stop talking and teach. All right, here you go. Lack of knowledge is worse than cancer. It will kill you. The ego has lack of knowledge of self. It killed Osiris. Get the concept? Sorry about that. I get animated when I get to this point because now I'm in my wheelhouse. All right. When you're given the wrong knowledge, it's just as bad as no knowledge. When you believe a lie, you can't become enlightened. Just say it. Now, lack of knowledge is being what? Ignorant of what? Self-knowledge. You won't prosper being ignorant and falsifying things that you know is wrong. It won't last. I would say BS, it can get you to the top. You can BS your way to the top, but guess what? It won't keep you there. Without knowledge of self, you become a slave to the ones with knowledge. Them boys went and got knowledge of themselves. If nothing else, they know their heritage. They know what they're doing amongst themselves. And they know that's how to grow. They know that when they come, it ain't just one. They're like roaches. You can see all of them. That's how they roll. Ain't just one coming off. One of them ain't going to come into a moving through a neighborhood with a bunch of y'all. They don't do it like that. They smarter than that. We should be. And we got neighborhoods with just us in it. And we still killing each other up. Only time we see a white man when the police come to sweep the body up. And most of them now, black anyway. So what's with the problem about them? They not in our neighborhoods no more. Just in our heads. Let's get the concept. Now, we as a people have been enslaved mentally. Why? Because of lack of knowledge, and we don't know ourselves, so we act out and we do wrong things. They know how to influence us. They run the music industry. Perfect example. The music is terrible, but they run it. They don't care. As long as you talk about them, as long as you rap about them. We know. Excuse me, where I'm at up here. Okay, here you go. Right thinking philosophy. Personally, know thyself, they tell you, is the cure for what? Ignorance. Knowledge is the end-all cure. Why? Because with knowledge, you can adjust, you can make better, you can change. If you're ignorant, you're just going to do the same thing. Y'all call it generational curse. I call it ignorance. I give you self-knowledge. Information for you. That's what's called self-knowledge. It's not to help you improve yourself. Sorry. Know thyself is my creed. It's my mantra. It's what I represent. Why? Because that's what's going to get you where you want to be within yourself. In the God state, in the peaceful mind state, contentment, blissed out with what? Knowledge of self. Not the Holy Ghost. If you want the Holy Ghost, knock yourself out. If that's going to teach you to do, be, and act, by all means, I don't have no problem with that. Again, I worship, fellowship with Christians, and some of them get the ghost. I don't have a problem with that. Not at all. Oh yeah. Okay, where we at down here? Okay, ignorance is better. Okay, next one. Watch this. The opposite of lack of knowledge is what? Self-knowledge. I learned that from Masonic Order. The tenets of Masonry do work. That's why I keep it around. I use it with every chance I get. It's called esoteric knowledge, meaning understanding the hidden message between things. Science, pretty much so, okay? Hieroglyphics was science, so yeah, we know how to read them. They had to follow us. Another lesson. Well, here we go. Let's get back. But the opposite of lack of knowledge, and that's what we're being destroyed for. Yeah, I'm trying to calm it down. If you know lack of knowledge is a destroyer of our people, I applaud and love all educators. Why? It ain't easy. Trust me. Oh man, I have a whole newfound respect for my prior teachers and understanding what they was trying to do. This ain't an easy job. Teaching ain't easy. So I applaud them. Here you go. And our students, we should look at them a little different. They're just trying to do something for us. Remember, my motto, I do what I do for you. That's what teachers do. They help you. All right, here we go. We were left the great advice. And I took it as a mantra. Know thyself. That means Mayat. If you study Mayat, you will know you. I can tell you that I got more Maya books to the Lord now. Why? Because there's all kinds of ways to deal with what she do and what she represents. I tell you, after he came out, the first thing he asked for was what? Light. After that, everything came in pairs, duality. He settled on my yacht. What? Order. All right, let me get to that. Sorry about that. But yeah, I'm big on my yacht. I understand that. We all know the answer to what? The problem. But only a few of us solve the problem for themselves, which is what? Know thyself. I'm not going to beat the death up. I'm not going to stop. I'm trying to be controlled. We know knowledge is power. So, why don't we all gain knowledge and what? Become powerful as one? We got a bunch of little hands. We come together. I love the animation they showed the school of fish running from the big whale and the big shark. He come and they just scatter. They run. Then they came back together, unified. Now he running. I personally, what we at? I don't even know what the hell I'm at down here. Okay. Now, we did that. We did opposite. Okay, here we go. We know knowledge is power. So why don't we? Okay, there you go. We don't know the truth until we what? Are taught the truth by who? Someone who knows it. It's called ancestry. It's called elders. Somebody knows when they went through life. I would say, ain't no fool like an old fool. Life teaches you certain lessons. In order to survive, you need to learn certain lessons. So if you get old, you still a fool, you really bad off. So young people, you listen to your elders. Our parents are our first teachers. The mothers, natural teachers. Y'all nurture, y'all give birth, y'all take care of what's yours. It's a natural fit. Understand that. So understand that. Where we at there? Let me get to the lesson. I'm all over the place. We know become a slave. We did that already. Okay, we don't. Okay, here you go. We should, as a people, make obtaining self-knowledge a must amongst us, teaching us about us. I don't have a problem being taught, but their education system is not for us. We need to teach ancient Egyptian concepts. That's ours. Well, I want the African stuff. No. If you follow my thinking, that's what you're getting. So don't knock it until you understand it and get the concept. I want children. I want young people. Why? Because if they get the truth, they take it and run with it. They're going to run with the lie. So give them the truth, and they run a lot longer, faster, and gain more momentum and appreciate what they're doing. If they can find out, I've run all this for nothing. No, with the truth, you always get rewarded. Lies, you say, what's the purpose? Okay? With the truth, it's always right in front of you. Purpose is right there. Do this. I don't know why. I'm just doing. Stop questioning. I'm continuing to do it. There you go. Now, let me write this up. Knowledge of self will raise you from what? The dead level of ignorance into the living level. We call it on the square perpendicular. I'm taking you from a dead level to a living level. It's all symbolic. Okay, but it works. As a Mason, Master Mason, here you go. I'm going to my Masonic order right quick. All right. As a Master Mason, I've raised brothers from the dead level of ignorance to, again, I just told you, making Masonically. I bring you from the dead level, raise you from the dead level with the grip and all that good stuff. Yeah, been there, done that, but it's all symbolic. And guess what? The tenets that you learn, they work. That's my point. Symbolically, if you're ignorant of self, here you go, you're spiritually in the dark. You're mentally dead. You're in the northeast corner, because so according to them. I ain't going there. It's another lesson, okay? That northeast corner, look it up. That's Egypt. They tell you don't go there. I wonder why, but okay. Now, I say symbolically have been raising, I have symbolically been raising the spiritually ignorant dead to life with what? Knowledge of self. I'm doing the same thing. I'm transforming you. Alchemy, whatever you want to call it. But my whole point is learning yourself to be a better self. Whatever means necessary, I'm taking Malcolm's concept. Whatever means I can use to get you to do that, that's what I'm using. Every aspect that I have, every concept that I can come up with that's going to help you be a better you, I'm going to give it to you. That's what I do for you. When I gain mastery of self after 30 years of studying, all I want to do now is to teach others so they won't take that long to master themselves. And if I get you young, woo-wee, that just gets me excited. Why? Because I know there's no limits. Think unlimited. Be unlimited. Try to be the best you can be every day. That's what I try to teach and institute to people who follow me and listen to me. And I appreciate you. So I ain't got nothing else but truth and love for you. I raise the dead. I transform you from self-ignorance to mental, spiritual enlightenment, understanding, knowledge of self, knowing who you are. I've done my job. Next, you don't owe me nothing. Go ahead and take it and do what you got to do with it. I don't need a crowd of people. No, I know. When I was a drug dealer, I kept an entourage. My mother, can you go anywhere without your little people? Ask them. They the one following. I'm just doing me. They just the one behind me. The Pied Piper back in the day. I had the goods. I was the man. So, yeah. Now, I got knowledge. Nobody back there. Nobody wants that. I know you do. That's why I do it. All right, here you go. Last one I'm about to wrap. Oh, this has been a long one. Sorry about that. All right. Knowledge got me to God. Right thinking philosophy will do the same for you. I told my pastor before I came to the church, I'm not coming here looking for God. I know God. I come to fellowship and worship along with y'all. And that's what I've been doing. Okay? I'm not, again, against the Bible, Quran, or the Torah. I'm not against no religious concept, not against none of that. I just know something other than that. Please understand that. So I got to go back and forth with that. All right? I know that with right thinking philosophy, you can gain knowledge of self, and you will know you and God are one through what? Your experiences, from the knowledge that you're going to obtain and you implement, you'll find out for yourself. You and God are one. Everything is one to one. Tell you that. With the right thinking teachings, you can learn life lessons and live by them for yourself. And again, know thyself. You can be your best self, knowing who and what you want to be. You implement it and put it to work. Manifestation. That's how God created the world. He uttered himself into existence. We are gods. Watch this. Without knowledge of self, right thinking philosophy will give you knowledge of self to help you become your godliness, to show you who you are. That's my job. Last one. Lack of knowledge is wrong thinking or no thinking. Either way, it's not right thinking, and all we need to do is start doing that. Right thinking, live it, do it, be it. I do. I got more for you. I'll be back. I got to go.